boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far.
Dynamic duo. Dynamic
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시 넘어 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 퇴근하기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 봐라 느리도록 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 안 좋
Tell 'em one
On the road, looking for a win against their Western Conference rival, the Dallas Mavericks are ready for this thing to get started. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's a single-game return to Minnesota for the Timberwolves as they'll look for a boost from their hometown crowd. Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Nowitzki is out there with Green. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Howard. And it's McCallum in at the point guard. And the Mavericks with possession here. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. McCollum kicks to Green. Cannot hit. And Minnesota now the other way.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Pass to Towns. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin. And Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
And he makes the first. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Second free throw, no good.
Guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Nowitzki dishes to Howard. Back to Nowitzki. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Curry passes to Garnett. The baseline J off the mark.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And McCallum kicks to Green. Nowitzki, that's for two. The good-looking shot from the wing.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter basketball. Garnett against Nowitzki. And Garnett misses.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Nowitzki a screen. Shoots from 12. Connects, the jumper drops. Nowitzki's got his second basket.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
There's a good screen. Garnett, the screen. Towns, wide open. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's McCallum. Nowitzki a screen. He used that pick just right. McCollum's got his first 2 points.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Curry with it. And it's Howard picking him up. Dishes to Garnett. The shot is off. And it's Dallas the other way. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And it's McCollum in the corner. Now here's Curry. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Towns kicks to Middleton. Outside Curry. 5 on the clock. There's the pick. Shoots off the screen. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one following a loss to the Magic in Orlando. It always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Towns kicks to Curry. Passes it to Wiggins. Clock at 4. Garnett dishes to Wiggins. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him and he had to take it.
McCallum, the pass to Howard. On the wing, Green. 13 feet away. That's short off the rim. for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside Curry. Launches it. And another 3 for Minnesota.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. McCollum, no good. Timberwolves leading by 3. Outside Curry. And the pass to Towns. Middleton right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively. And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from 3. I like his promise.
Minnesota making some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Garnett. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Mavericks trail by 5. Lin with it. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. He dishes it to Kaminsky. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. To stop the run. The rebound by Middleton. Timberwolves leading by 5. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Jang, no luck. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Lin kicks to Dedmon. Back to Lin. The 19-footer is on the money. Lin's got his first 2 points. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's LaVine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Crawford with the steal. Here's world peace. The big dunk at the end of the break.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
It's stolen by Kaminsky. Outside, Lin. From deep. They grab their own miss.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Dallas shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Curry can't get it to go.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
World Peace dishes to Crawford. The feed to Dedmon. Clock at 6. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. And it's Meta World Peace with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves trail. Curry with a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. Curry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Minnesota. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Raptors. It's tipped. Outside World Peace. Back to Crawford. And the layup's good off the glass. Crawford's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. The Timberwolves have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And Curry, here we go. Sinks that one from the post. Curry's got 8 points. Now Lynn. Crawford outside. There's a screen. Right side, World Peace. Stolen by Middleton. And here they come. Up the floor. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
It's been a solid outing for Curry. He already has 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nowitzki's checked in. Now here's Crawford. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And good on the basket. Book it. And that's now 6 points for Nowitzki.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Curry passes to Levine. Here's the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. And here is Lynn. Kicks to Nowitzki. Curry with the steal. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Now, here's Nowitzki. In the game against Toronto, very impressive. Nowitzki a screen. Towns with the steal. Outside Curry. Feeds to Towns. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's Crawford on the wing. Guarded by Curry. And a wide open look for Lynn. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Lynn's got 5 now. Here's Curry. From deep. No luck. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 2. And we'll... Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And so it's Minnesota with it. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. On the court for the Mavericks. World Peace is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then it's Crawford. And it's Dedmon. And
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on. Clark, he had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Minnesota leading by 4. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's Dang. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
There's the pick. Here's Rudez. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Rudez has got the lead back up to 6 now for Minnesota. Outside, Lin. And it's Kaminsky, top of the key. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Levine. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Dang. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Mavericks trailed by 6. Outside, Lin. Green with a screen for Lin. Down low. Green left side. Lin kicks to Kaminsky. And the 3 off target. It's tipped. Timberwolves leading by 6. Down low. Rudez. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Minnesota, Damian Rudez. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Dallas making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Both good from the line that time. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Lin. 5 points in the game. Green, the screen. There's a good screen. Puts up a 3. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Levine dishes to Muhammad. Pass to Levine. Chang with a screen on Lin. Levine can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Green passes to Dedmon. Lynn fires. No good. And Minnesota now the other way. The dish to Jang. He kicks it to Wiggins. Back to Jang. Here's Levine. 5 to shoot. Sinks the three-pointer. Levine's got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. You look at Gorgie Jang and his development in the league out of Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game was a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season and really blossomed with the extra opportunity.
Minnesota leading by 8. Here's Levine. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. He feeds it to Wiggins. Pass to Rudez. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And Jang last season doubled his points per game, got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
And that one's good. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And Jang isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Garnett, he's checked in for Minnesota. Curry comes in for Zach LaVine. And then for Dallas, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. McCollum comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Wiggins kicks to Curry. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Here's Dang. Good D by Howard.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And the basket by Kaminsky.
They're shooting the ball extremely well right now. They're looking at that three-point shot as a way to get some extra offense and really continue to fortify their momentum.
It's Curry with the drive. Now here's Muhammad. He's guarded by McCollum. Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, he used to love to go up and jam like that. Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And Muhammad kicks to Garnett. He gives them a double-digit lead. Garnett's got his first points in this one.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Dallas calls timeout.
And guys, as we all know, Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game. I mean, was passed by Tim Duncan last year for total rebounds by active players. Still an amazing statistic among many for KG, a future Hall of Famer.
Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns comes in for Jang, and Middleton subbed in for Muhammad. Dallas also making some changes. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Kaminsky. And it's Jeremy Lin in for McCallum. Here's Lin. He has 5. Dishes it to Nowitzki. Back to Lin. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Mavericks trail by 12. Passes to Howard. McCollum with the screen for Howard. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside Curry. Garnett the screen. Curry dishes to Towns. Shot clock at 6. And the basket good. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
Here's Howard. And another basket for Dallas.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Curry with it. He's got 16. They set the pick. Here's Towns. And the rebound goes to Howard. Mavericks trail by 11. Lin the pass to Green. Outside, Lin. The pass to Howard. Back to Lin. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Minnesota ball.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Now Curry. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Kevin Garnett sacrificing his body on the defender there.
Outside, Lin. Screen by Howard. Deflects the pass. 6 on the shot clock. Looks for Nowitzki, gets it to him. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 8 points for Dirk Nowitzki. Minnesota's got 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. And here is Curry. He's got 16. To the left wing. All alone. And that one comes up a bit short. Mavericks trail by 11. McCollum kicks to Lin. The lead now cut to single digits. Lin's got 7 points.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Minnesota calls timeout.
All right, target center.
And guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Levine's checked in for Wiggins. And Dallas with a change here, too. World Peace is checked in. Minnesota leading by 9. While McCollum has struggled with injury, he's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
.136 left in the first half of basketball. Nowitzki a screen. Shot clock at 5. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Dirk Nowitzki. Curry against World Peace. Now the feed to Levine. Howard down, the jam.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Lynn kicks to Nowitzki. From 10 feet out, Minnesota with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Feeds to Levine. Middleton inside the three-point line. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Lynn against Curry. Lynn kicks to Nowitzki. Back to Lynn. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. 9 points here for Lynn.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock too.
Minnesota calls timeout. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Outside Curry. And stolen by Nowitzki. Dallas calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
To the middle. Towns with the steal. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 9. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he has a lot more to his totals after the break.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
They've got Andrew Wiggins. Chris Middleton is out there with Curry. And it's Garnett. And it's Towns in a center locking down the middle. And that's the group starting the second half for Sam Mitchell. Here's Nowitzki. Good on the baseline, Jay. Nowitzki's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Mavs. Outside Curry. Garnett, the screen. Kicks it to Middleton. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nowitzki's got his third rebound tonight. McCallum dishes to Nowitzki. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from World Peace.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Towns sets the pick for Wiggins. He dishes it to Towns. Back to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. The shot is off. Great D that time from Howard.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's McCallum. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 5. Curry kicks to Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Now here's McCollum. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Right wing. Here's Nowitzki. That doesn't go either for Nowitzki.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Curry passes to Towns. On the wing, Wiggins. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Well, Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
Pass to Garnett. And it's sent back by Howard. Second shot opportunity. And Towns finishes inside. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Screen by Howard. Off the screen. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he adds a consistent three-point shot.
Lets it fly from 18. It's rebounded by Dallas. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shot's good.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
They double-team Curry. Now the dish to Towns. Here's Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
And, you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Nowitzki. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Towns. Dirk Nowitzki, what can you say? Future Hall of Famer, too many accolades to list, but most important, NBA champion and a great Finals MVP in 2011.
Yeah, and Kevin, history has proven time and time again, you really need a future Hall of Famer on your team to win a championship. Just look at all the teams that have won the title through the years.
You know, back to Nowitzki being that Hall of Famer, you need to win a championship. Guys like LeBron, Duncan, Kobe, Jordan, Magic, Bird, Isaiah, all Hall of Fame guys who led their teams to the championship.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And talking about Nowitzki as one of the greatest players ever, he's also one of the most unique players ever. His ability to score back to the basket from up to 18 feet really, to me, is unbelievable. Without that unique skill, the Dallas Mavericks have no rings.
Minnesota making some changes. Jang, who's checked in for Garnett. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Chris Middleton. Green, he's checked in for Dallas. Jeremy Lin comes in for McCallum. Here's LaVine. He's got 5. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
There's Lin with the 3. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. LaVine dishes to Jang. Here's LaVine. He has 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Wiggins from outside. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
McCollum, no good. Minnesota leading by 8. Wiggins drives in. And yes, sir, that one drops. 18 points for Steph Curry.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Howard in the post. Shoots from the baseline. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Tang. Can't get it to go. Some solid D from Nowitzki. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Zhang, a screen to the wing on the left. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Dallas calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Timberwolves. Then for the Mavericks, Kaminsky comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Crawford in for C.J. McCollum. Lynn kicks to Green. There's the screen. Crawford drives in. Trying to get back on track. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
Middleton inside the three-point line. They grab their own miss. Mavericks trailed by 11. Here's Green. Rebound collected by Levine. There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon, though.
Lynn kicks to Kaminsky. The shot from the low post is good. Kaminsky's got 10. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Magic. Here's Levine. He's got 6. From deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Lynn kicks to Crawford. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Outside, Lynn. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves leading by 15. Outside Curry. And another 3 for Minnesota.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Pass to Crawford. And the wide open shot from Green. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, he can give as good as he gets.
Gamesmanship going on right here. You've seen it, Craig. You know exactly what's going on right there. He answers right back with that 3 of his own.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And guys, Jeff Green, by every measure of athleticism and skill, should have become one of the game's better small forwards, but inconsistency has plagued him throughout his career.
And Kevin, I always go back to something my college coach told me. The mental to the physical is 4-to-1 in this game. And so through those 7 full seasons, he's teased everyone with that talent. and then it does suddenly disappear. And there's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it is mental. He hasn't been able to sustain it in terms of the consistency, and that's why he hasn't fulfilled his potential.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Damian Rudez is checked in for Towns. Prince comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Muhammad in for Curry. And he gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
You know, with Jeff Green, the one thing you can say about him is he's been durable, especially since he had the unforeseen heart issue in 2011 for which he needed season-ending surgery. Since then, over the past 3 full seasons, he's played in 81, 82, and 78 games.
Levine passes to Muhammad. And Zhang kicks to Prince. Dishes it to Muhammad. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Muhammad's got his second basket of the game.
And talking about Jeff Green, I'm rooting for him. I mean, I'm rooting for him to finally put it all together, to gain and maintain the confidence, and really to fulfill the vast potential we all know that he has.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Passes it to Rudez. To the middle. Trying to find Muhammad. Gets it to him.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go from deep. Cannot hit. Nice D from Crawford. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. A nice shot by Lynn.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Levine. And he jams it with authority.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at...
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves lead by 17. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Mavericks trailed by 17. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Crawford out there with Jeremy Lin. Then it's Green. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Kaminsky in the power forwards position. Here's Green. Rebound by Dang.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Levine can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Kaminsky. No good on the triple. Minnesota leading by 17. Here's Levine. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they made over the course of this game.
Lynn kicks to Kaminsky. The pass to Dedmon. Green with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Minnesota shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. The feed to Levine. The 3. Shot is off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Levine's got 11 points here in just the second half. Lynn dishes to Crawford.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
Feeds it to Rudez. "13 feet away." The Mavericks pull it in.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss. Tayshaun Prince, one of the ultimate Velcro guys. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. The consummate pro, as detailed, steady, and unflappable as they come.
Minnesota calls timeout. And back to Tayshaun Prince for a moment. So much big game experience, a championship in 04 with the Pistons. That has to rub off on a team when you have a guy like that around in the locker room, on the floor. He's seen it all.
You know, it's a great point. And whether it's in games or practice or even in the locker room, his presence adds continuity. It's like having an extra coach looking out for the younger players.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Smith checked in for Jan. Johnny O'Brien comes in for Damian Rudez. And Jones subbed in for Levine. Clock at 6. Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 7th rebound here tonight. McCollum with the ball. He kicks to Jenkins to end the drought. That's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Muhammad. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Nowitzki's got rebound number 8 now on the night. McCollum with the ball. Jones covering. They set the pick. World peace left side. Here's Jenkins. The shot no good. Timberwolves leading by 19. Outside, Jones. No good. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. McCollum passes to Dedmon. Lets it go with a 3. McCollum, no good. Timberwolves have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Jones kicks to Muhammad. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Mavericks trailed by 19. Now Jenkins kicks it to World Peace. He dishes it to McCollum. Pass to Jenkins. Here's World Peace. Dallas again missing. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. There's the dish to Muhammad. Money from the wing. And the Timberwolves lead by 21.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Dallas calls timeout. There was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player. He showed last year he belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rudez is checked in. Mavericks trailed by 21.
And for Muhammad, it's weird that so many fans had given up on a player just after his rookie season. I mean, he's vindicated anyone who stuck with him after his slow rookie start. And for Muhammad, a lot of it had to do with the hype he got in college, coupled with his age situation. So when he struggled, people were too quick to write him off. But he has showed he can ball.
One of the more recognizable names in the draft this year from Wisconsin, Frank Kaminsky, mostly because of his play, his terrific play at the college level, Clark.
Player of the year in college basketball, Frank the Tank led the Badgers to a chance at the national championship. They came up short against Duke, but he showed himself to be a leader and a multi-skilled big man. And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
To the inside. Goes back up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And guys, with Kaminsky, he has all the intangibles. You know, wasn't selected higher because of maybe a lack of athleticism. But this is a kid who is a winner through and through, and I think has a tremendous upside in terms of his NBA future. And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
There's a screen. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And, you know, sometimes people, to me, look too much at what a player can't do instead of what they can do. Kaminsky has legit height and is extremely skilled as a power forward. Won't blow you away with anything, but I think he'll contribute in the NBA for a long time. It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
Here's McCallum. He feeds it to Jenkins. Here's McCallum, guarded by Prince. Drains the three-pointer. Analytics does have a strong place in the NBA, so it's been proven over the last decade. Some held out, but now, Greg, the results, the benefits of those numbers, it's hard to deny them.
Great point, Kevin. And with something new like that there's always going to be a bit of resistance. There will always need to be a balance, I believe, and you need to use the numbers and your own eyes. They really do go hand in hand to kind of keep each other in check. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Jenkins dishes to Kaminsky. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Rudez. Launches it. Timberwolves keep it alive. Deflects the pass. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Dishes it to Kaminsky. Pass to McCallum. Guarded by Prince. There's a screen. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Jones kicks to Prince. The pass to Rudez. Jenkins on the double team. Prince misses.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage. Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
Here's Rudez. Takes the three. Kept alive.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Pass to O'Brien. And he drops in the layup off the glass. O'Brien's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
There's the pick. Takes the 13-footer. And another basket for Dallas.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Outside, Jones. Prince in the corner. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Here's Rudez. Another miss by Minnesota.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
The feed to Kaminsky. Another three for Dallas.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
And here's Jones. Screen by Smith. Pass to O'Brien. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
There's the pick. Here's McCallum. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
don't think you wanna get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset that Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how it feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Now you ain't got what it take to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here ballin', it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay me to do. I don't think you're trying to get rich. You don't want it.